Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with beneficiaries of Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra today. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar says corridors of power are now free from corruption and intermediaries. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh to arrive in Jammu today on a day-long visit to review security situation in J&K. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds telephonic conversation with Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Two leaders exchange views on West Asia situation and share concerns regarding terrorism and violence. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar holds talks with Russian Deputy Prime Minister Denis Manturov on India-Russia bilateral economic cooperation in Moscow. And IMD says dense fog conditions to continue in northwest and parts of adjoining central India during next 3 days. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with beneficiaries of the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra through video conferencing today. Thousands of beneficiaries of Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra from across the country will join the event. Union ministers, MPs, MLAs and local level representatives will also join the program. The Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra is being undertaken to attain saturation of flagship schemes of the central government by ensuring that the benefits of these schemes reach all targeted beneficiaries in a time-bound manner. Since its launch on the 15th of November this year, Prime Minister Modi has regularly interacted with the beneficiaries of the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra all across the country. To ensure that the benefits of every scheme reach the 140 crore people of the country is the resolution and guarantee of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He makes the dreams of the common man his guarantee. His resolution for India to become the most powerful country globally by the completion of 100 years of independence and the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra is a step towards realizing this vision. More from our Cuttack correspondent.
With the vision of a developed India, Modi's guaranteed vehicle is reaching every corner of the country. It has been over 40 days since the Viksit journey. It reached over 1 crore people of thousands of villages and cities in Odisha. People are being informed that India will become the most powerful country in the world. Upon interaction with a BBSY beneficiary from a village in Sambalpur district, expressed satisfaction with the government program.
भारत सरकार के विकसित भारत संकल्प यात्रा हमारे राज्य उड़ीसा में कई महीनों से चले आ रहा है और इसके तहत बहुत सारे लोग इकट्ठा भी हो रहे हैं। इस कार्यक्रम के जरिए से जितने भी जन कल्याणकारी योजनाएं हैं इसके बारे में सभी को पता चल रहा है और मुझे भी इस बारे में काफी सारी जानकारियां मिली है। जानकारी के साथ उसका फायदा भी मिल रहा है और मुझे आशा है कि इस जानकारी से लोगों ने अपना जो अधिकार है या योजना के बारे में जो पता चल रहा है उसके बारे में उनको और ज्यादा लाभ होगा।
Be Digital India, Vocal for Local और स्वच्छ भारत अभियान, people have all seen the power of सबका प्रयास. एसएन पटनायक, आकाशवाणी, कटक.
तुम उठो तिरंगा लहरा दो, भारत के भाग्य को फहरा दो.
In Jammu and Kashmir, the ongoing Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra, VBSY and IEC van yesterday reached out to various areas including Panchayat Mahanpur A, Naushera, Chunera, Dhamlar in Tehsil Mahanpur in Kathua district. The IEC van showcased Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call to action, aiming to encourage residents to contribute to the advancement of the nation. The response from the community was overwhelming, with residents enthusiastically embracing the Sankalp pledge, affirming their commitment to the country's growth and development. The public availed themselves of free healthcare services provided under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana (PMAY), Umeed showcasing the success stories and impact of the program through Meri Kahani, Meri Zubani. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will chair the third National Conference of Chief Secretaries in New Delhi tomorrow and on Friday. This is the third such conference. The first was held in June 2022 in Dharamshala and the second in January last year in Delhi. Driven by the vision of the Prime Minister of putting the principle of cooperative federalism in action, National Conference of Chief Secretaries are organized to encourage participative governance and partnership between the centre and the state governments. This year, the National Conference of Chief Secretaries will be held from the 27th to the 29th of this month. The three-day conference will witness participation of more than 200 people, comprising of representatives of the central government, chief secretaries and other senior officials of all states and union territories. It will lay the ground for collaborative action for achieving better quality of life for both rural and urban population by strengthening the delivery mechanisms of government interventions. The key focus of the National Conference of Chief Secretaries this year will be ease of living. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar has said that at present there is an ecosystem where corridors of power are free from corruption and intermediaries, and equality and accountability before law is now a ground reality. Speaking at the 18th convocation of Maharishi Dayanand University in Rohtak, the Vice President said, 15 years back, corridors of power were infested with power brokers and liaison agents, and nothing could be transacted without corruption. But the scenario now is that governance corridors have been sanitized of power brokers who leveraged decision-making by corrupt extra-legal means, he said.
The law is supreme. Everyone has to yield to it. Zero accommodation for corruption. Equality and accountability before law is now ground reality. Governance corridors, and remember, a decade or 15 years back, they were infested with power brokers, lies and agents. Nothing could be transacted without corruption. But scenario now is governance corridors have been sanitized of power brokers who leveraged decision making by corrupt extra-legal means.
Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh will arrive on a day-long visit to Jammu today to review the security situation in Jammu and Kashmir, especially in the border districts of Rajouri and Poonch, which have witnessed terror attacks recently. During the visit, he will chair a high-level meeting at Raj Bhavan, Jammu, and will also visit the twin border districts for on-the-spot assessment of the situation. The Raksha Mantri's visit comes after Army Chief General Manoj Pandey's tour to Poonch, including the site of a terror attack at Dera Ki Gali, in which 4 brave hearts lost their lives and 2 others were injured. According to defence sources, Mr. Rajnath Singh will first hold a meeting exclusively with top army commanders at 16 Corps headquarters at Nagrota. Northern Command Chief Lieutenant General Upendra Dwivedi, Nagrota Corps GOC Lieutenant General Sandeep Jain and senior commanders will attend the meeting and brief the Raksha Mantri on the ground situation. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had telephonic conversation with Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, on the future of strategic partnership between India and Saudi Arabia. Both leaders exchanged views on the West Asia situation and shared concerns regarding terrorism, violence, and the loss of civilian lives. In a social media post, Mr. Modi said they agreed to work together for peace, security, and stability in the region. The leaders reviewed progress in bilateral strategic partnership in a follow-up to the state visit of the Crown Prince to India in September this year. External Affairs Minister Dr. S Jaishankar held a comprehensive and productive meeting with Russian Deputy Prime Minister and Industry and Trade Minister Denis Manturov on India-Russia bilateral economic cooperation in Moscow yesterday. They noted the significant progress in trade, finance, connectivity, energy, civil aviation and nuclear domains. Dr. Jaishankar appreciated the greater focus on exploring new opportunities. The ministers discussed making the bilateral cooperation more balanced and sustainable in different dimensions. They also finalized the program of cooperation on Russian Far East. They are expected to hold early meeting of Eurasian Economic Union EAEU India FTA negotiators. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated the unique performance of 1,282 tabla players at the Tal Darbar program organised under the Tansen Samaroh in Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. This event has also been recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. More from our correspondent.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has written on social media that it is wonderful, unforgettable and unique. Mr. Modi wrote that I congratulate to all these artists of the music world who have made commendable effort to take Indian music to this dimension. In this special tabla presentation named as Tal Darbar held at Gwalior Fort, 1,282 tabla players from all over the country created a world record. On this occasion, the Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav also announced to celebrate December 25th as Tabla Day in the state. The Tabla Darbar was organized by Alauddin Khan Academy of Music and Arts. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
The India Meteorological Department IMD has forecast that dense to very dense fog conditions are likely to continue over northwest and parts of adjoining central India during the next 3 to 4 days. It also predicted dense to very dense fog conditions are likely to continue in early hours in many parts of Punjab till Sunday and some parts of Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh till Friday. IMD has forecast a fresh western disturbance is likely to affect northwest India from the 30th of this month. The IMD also forecast no significant change in minimum temperatures in the northern parts of the country during the next 5 days. In Punjab, cold wave has further intensified. Many districts of the state are in the grip of dense fog since last night, disrupting normal life. A report.
The entire state is currently wrapped in a blanket of white dense fog along with severe cold waves. This blanket of fog spread last night itself, due to which road, rail and air traffic is affected. The Met Department has issued a red alert regarding dense fog in 12 districts including Jalandhar. The department has advised people to take utmost care while driving their vehicles on the roads. Shishu Sharma Shantar, Akashvani News, Jalandhar.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today became the first world leader whose personal YouTube channel has reached 2 crore subscribers. The channel has also crossed nearly 450 crore views on its videos. Narendra Modi YouTube channel has also surpassed the YouTube channels of his Indian and global contemporaries in terms of views and subscribers. In men's cricket, India will resume their first innings against South Africa at the overnight score of 208 for 8 in the first test of 2-match series of Freedom Trophy in Centurion today. Play was called off for the day yesterday after 59 overs because of rains. Earlier, South Africa won the toss and elected to field. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Khurana.
Thank you, Sunil. On the recent attacks on 2 India-bound merchant vessels, Hindustan Times quotes Defence Minister Rajnath Singh as saying, "We will hunt down the attackers even from the depths of the ocean." Initial probe points to Iran link in strike on MV Chem Pluto, reports the paper. An Israeli embassy spokesperson yesterday confirmed a loud blast near Israeli embassy in Delhi, reports the Asian Age. Cops find a letter and a flag and no one was injured, adds the paper. Passengers of Nicaragua-bound flight grounded near Paris have been quizzed by immigration and CBI officials upon arrival in Mumbai. 25 of the 303 passengers sought asylum in France and did not return, writes The Hindu. And finally, in news items highlighting human-wildlife conflicts, The Pioneer reports that the leopard spotted in Delhi's Sainik Farms on Monday still remains elusive, while the Times of India carries the story of the tigress who parked herself on the wall of 10 hours in Pilibhit before being rescued. And with that, it's back to you, Sunil.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with beneficiaries of Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra today. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar says corridors of power are now free from corruption and intermediaries. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh to arrive in Jammu today on a day-long visit to review security situation in J&K. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds telephonic conversation with Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. 2 leaders exchange views on West Asia situation and share concerns regarding terrorism and violence. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar holds talks with Russian Deputy Prime Minister Denis Manturov on India-Russia bilateral economic cooperation in Moscow. And IMD says dense fog conditions to continue in northwest and parts of adjoining central India during next 3 days. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.